on Soch ttalk train of thought with a series of an episode with Mr. Pravin Sawant, who is a CHRO with 63 Moons Technologies Ltd. He has been there for more than 18 years, and the base foundation, I think, is pretty strong, and we are getting very good insights for our target audience through his experience. So now for the practitioners and who would like to get into an HR life, key HR responsibilities which are there. Let's talk in terms of labor relations like. So what do you have to say on that?
I think labor is a very loosely worded word. Now labor is classified into white collar and blue collar. But to me, both are human beings. And if you treat them well, if you nurture them well, they are the ones who will make organization to reap good dividends. So labor laws are there, but labor laws are made as a guiding lines. You can do something much better than these labor laws. They are the threshold laws, and people will appreciate and expect that what else that you can do. It's like eating pani puri. After eating pani puri, you ask for something else, which is sukha puri.
Yeah, right.
So labor laws needs to be handled that way, that you abide by the labor laws, but you do something else which is possibly not been expected, and that is something which possibly sell the organizations through.
I see. And also like another HR responsibility we talk in terms of employment law like. So which I think every HR practitioner should be well versed with this.
Yeah, I think fresh MBAs do not. They have one particular chapter into employment laws, but actual laws, implementation of law, handling the grievances of the employees, understanding the legal issues and logical conclusions, especially the law which is Prevention of Sexual Harassment, POSH Act. Its implementation is quite tough and quite challenging. As at the same part of the Maternity Benefit Act, it's also very challenging. The calculation of provident fund, calculation of gratuity. Not of many of the young professionals understand the norms of these calculations. They should learn these legal calculations. To the extent I would go and say that the taxation structures in India, they should understand the taxation structure, how the salary is derived, what calculation goes into deriving a salary. So how much is the tax saving avenues available. So all those laws, when you learn, I'm not saying you have to learn at one go, but step by step you take one law, understand that how that particular statute had come into place, and what government's thought process is into, how as an organization you should be abiding to this, and how do you comply with those laws. So those are something which only with the time you age and you understand.
Correct. I think it's a great insights given on as far as the employment law which are concerned. As a practitioners and as a management students also, we should really get into understanding about those particular aspects. And also another responsibility is a talent acquisition, to have a right person at the right time at the right place like. So what do you say about that?
I think without having a right person, wrong decisions will be taken, wrong placement will happen, the organization will have a lag in the deliveries. So having a right fit, and right fit will happen when you have a right description of a job, which is job description, right specification of the person, and the recruiter is tuned enough to understand what the organization's need is and hunts the talent. Then only the right fit will happen, and right fit will happen to a right job. Then only a person will have the career avenues opened up with it. Otherwise, you are just carrying a laggard with you. So right fit is a very important bit.
Oh, great. And again, also another responsibility we talk in terms of an employee benefit like. So how one can go ahead with this?
See, whatever statutory benefits are there, you really cannot takeaway you need to abide by. There are many organizations who cut the corners, bring the provident fund contribution at the lowermost level, sometimes delay the payment of gratuity, sometimes delay the payment of salary. My organization is possibly a very specific, thanks to my chairman. We pay the salary exactly on the last day of the month. And it's been 18 years that I am associated with. Never been a delay of one single day into making payment of the salary. So when you work in a tight timelines and you abide by those stringent deadlines, the organization, the employees see that the organization is true to them, and they try to be true to the organization.
Good. And also another responsibility is it's in terms of developmental program like. So what do you have to say about that?
We take inbound, outbound developmental program. We provide technical avenues, technical learning avenues to the employees. Due to Corona, we couldn't have many outbound programs, but we used to have outbound programs where the bonding used to happen over evening sessions. We used to have team bonding programs in the nature, so that brings in a lot of cohesiveness into the employees. And these are the developmental avenues organization must undertake. And with those overall development, the organization also gets the taste of the success.
Okay, when we talk in terms of a company's culture, like overall, like what can be the responsibility of an HR person?
I think it's like human body. When only you hurt your hand or legs, you see the blood oozing out. Yeah. Otherwise, you don't see you can feel the blood.
You can feel
it's there. Yeah. Culture is like that. When you walk into the organization, you sometimes feel the culture.
Correct.
What culture is. Today, people take name of Tata because of the culture that they have built.
They have built over a period of time.
So it takes a lot of time to build the culture, but once that culture is built, people become part of the culture, and culture become part of the people. Yeah. The way in which people behave in the public places, the way they approach others, the way the seniors treat the juniors, the way two peers chat with each other, the way people resolve their issues, personal issues, family issues. So that is something which is invisible, but the culture plays a very important role for the organization, for bringing in the success to the organization.
Good. Great. Like one last thing in terms of an HR responsibilities, more in terms of an HR capital deployment. Like, so what do you say about that?
I think I'm lucky enough to have good team members with me. Lucky enough to have good bosses with me. Good team members like Samida, Reena, Avni, Ashish was there, Ruchi was there, and then the young people, Jigon. So all of them, Nikita, and there are many people who, in the journey of last 18 years, we have touched upon. And the capital that we built, the HR capital, was always there to support the cause of the organization. And I personally feel the ratio, we were always on the threshold, 1:100 is the ratio, which is been maintained prominently. And we have a very good team culture that we have built in.
Good, no doubt. I think Mr. Pravin Sawant is expertise as far as HR capital which is concerned, handling the resources in the most effective and efficient way. And the kind of insights of what you have given in terms of an HR responsibilities, all the practitioners and the MBA students who are watching, I think they should be well versed with labor relations, employment law, talent acquisition, what you have spoken about, even in terms of an employee benefit, developmental program, company's culture, and HR capital deployment. I'm sure your word of wisdoms and the insights of what you have given for ttalk audience, it's going to be a world of a difference for them to make their base more stronger. If you like Mr. Pravin Sawant episode, just go to www.ttalk.net, subscribe and like the channel as much as you can. Do catch up with Mr. Pravin Sawant in the next episode of ttalk Moons Technologies Ltd. And thank you very much. So thanks a lot for making
Pleasure.
your presence on
Thank
this
you.
show.